wakes up at 22 and says, "Today, I'm going to ruin my life." It doesn't happen loudly. There's no dramatic collapse, no single bad decision that destroys everything overnight. It happens quietly. It happens in small choices that feel harmless, in habits that feel normal, in routines that feel safe. And one day, you're 29, staring at the ceiling at night, wondering why time feels like it slipped through your fingers. This is not a video about motivation. This is not a lecture. This is a mirror, because the most dangerous way to waste your 20s is doing it without realizing you are. 1. Waiting until you feel ready. You tell yourself you'll start when the timing is right, when you're more confident, when you know exactly what you're doing, when you feel like the kind of person who deserves to try. So you wait. You wait to start the project. You wait to apply for the job. You wait to post your work. You wait to leave the relationship that drains you. What no one tells you is this: readiness is a lie your fear tells you to stay comfortable. Your 20s don't reward perfection. They reward movement. And every year you spend waiting to feel ready is a year you'll never get back. 2. Living for approval instead of alignment. You slowly build your life around what makes other people comfortable. You choose the reasonable path. You stay quiet so you don't stand out. You shrink your dreams so they don't sound embarrassing. You tell yourself you're being mature, but deep down you feel it. That quiet resentment when you see someone else doing what you were too afraid to admit you wanted. Approval feels good in the moment, but it's expensive, because the price is your voice, your instincts, your chance to find out who you actually are. 3. Confusing comfort with happiness. You optimize your life to feel easy. Same routines, same people, same distractions, endless scrolling, late nights, late mornings. You're not miserable, so you assume you're fine. But comfort is sneaky. It keeps you just entertained enough not to change, just numb enough not to ask hard questions, just busy enough not to notice you're drifting. Happiness grows from meaning. Comfort grows from avoidance. And the longer you confuse the two, the harder it becomes to leave the life you've settled into. 4. Treating time like it's unlimited. You say things like, "I've got time. I'll figure it out later. It's not that serious yet." Your 20s make a dangerous promise. It feels like nothing is urgent. But time doesn't announce when it starts charging interest. One day, opportunities stop waiting. Energy doesn't bounce back as easily. Mistakes cost more. The years you thought were flexible turn out to be foundational. 5. Avoiding failure at all costs. You play it safe. You avoid situations where you might look stupid. You don't try too hard, so you don't fail publicly. You keep your potential hypothetical, because if you never fully try, you never fully lose. But you also never win. Failure isn't what ruins your 20s. Avoiding it does. Because confidence isn't built by thinking. It's built by surviving things you once thought you couldn't. 6. Letting small bad habits decide your life. You don't ruin your 20s with one massive mistake. You ruin them with small habits repeated daily. Sleeping too late. Consuming more than you create. Avoiding difficult conversations. Escaping discomfort instead of facing it. Individually, they don't seem dangerous. Together, they quietly shape the person you become. And habits don't ask for permission before turning into identity. 7. Forgetting that this is the most flexible decade you'll ever have. Your 20s are chaotic, uncertain, messy, but they're also forgiving. You can start over. You can change paths. You can fail loudly and recover. The tragedy is not that your 20s are confusing. The tragedy is wasting that flexibility trying to look like you have it all figured out. One day, you'll look back, not at what you failed at, but at what you never tried. Not at the risks you took, but at the silence where your voice should have been. Your 20s don't need to be perfect. They need to be honest. Honest effort. Honest discomfort. Honest curiosity about who you might become. Because wasting your 20s doesn't feel like disaster. It feels like nothing happening. And that's what makes it dangerous. So if this video made you uncomfortable, that feeling is awareness, and awareness is where change begins. If this resonated with you, if it felt a little too real, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so it reaches someone who needs to hear it. Comment what part hit you the hardest, and subscribe to Win Mode for more honest conversations about growth, discipline, and becoming who you're meant to be.